Hey, I hope you guys are all doing well. Been busy around here. If a couple of you have seen, I put some shorts out on, or short videos out recently on, I've been hammering away on Prussian infantry. We'll get into that later on in the video. But first up, just to discuss the Alpha Strike campaign, I am playing Alpha Strike. That was my first game. I am using the Chaos campaign rules. I've kind of modified them a little bit just to make it more simple. I do have a habit of making things much too detailed, and I struggle to complete these. I get these grandiose ideas, and then I struggle to kind of seal the deal and complete the mission or to continue on. So I'm trying to take my lofty goals and bring them back down to earth a little bit. Usually my wife takes care of that, but my wife's not interested in miniature wargaming. So I'm kind of doing it on my own, taking cues from her. So I've kind of simplified the rules within the Chaos campaign, which are already rather simple anyway. I really touched on the repairing mechs. I'm not doing the ammunition resupply. I've kind of made it simpler to repair damage, kind of made the salvage rules a little bit streamlined. I don't know if it's going to work. I'll show you. You can see slides here of the outcomes, but this was the first battle using the Chaos campaign mission track on the Battle of I think it's Arrakis, which sounds a lot like the Dune planet. I think I pronounced it Arrakis once or twice in the video. I'm not sure which. I'm pretty sure it's Arrakis. And the Team FedCom, the Federated Commonwealth, with the 5th Donegal Guards, has beat the 11th Legion of Vega in the first battle. They'll go off to the left on the Chaos Campaign mission meeting track, and we'll have a huge, I think it's company size, but company or battalion size, always get company size battle, with a lot of battle mechs on a big table. Addison's going to play with me, so it should be a lot of fun. Overall, I think Alpha Strike accomplished what I was looking for. And I'll know a whole lot more once I play this big game. It was quicker, of course. It's down and dirty. It's abbreviated BattleTech, but you still get the BattleTech feel. I think rolling the way I did damage, I like that. I think I like that a little bit better than the pilot dice, so I'm going to stick with it. I still need to work on my battle report template, but I think I was getting in the groove towards the end of it. Whatever. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Try to make something enjoyable for myself to watch, for you guys to watch, and then if anyone's interested in learning along with me how to play Alpha Strike, that's great. And then maybe you watch this and go, hey, that's not for me, or maybe that is for me. Just by watching me, that's fine. I mean, it's something I've always enjoyed. No, it's not historical warfare, which is my primary thing, but I really have always loved BattleTech, and it was my first venture into miniature wargaming, even though I only played with the little paper cards we got in the box set back in 1984. So I didn't have the mechs ever until recently when Catalyst took over. So many thanks to them. So as you saw in some of the diagrams, I kind of kept track of how much it cost everything. The use of multiplier to keep track of these war chest points for the entire battalion, and I think it's like 3,000 points, and then you come up with this calculations in the Chaos campaign thing, how they transfer into supply points, and it ends up being a factor of 9 because of the mechs I have, the amount of mechs I have. So you'll see going back and forth between war chest points and supply points. to pay for things, and then you kind of go back and forth and convert them back into war chest points, which is at the end. If you're interested in all, these are free on the Catalyst website. It's only a couple page read. It's not that bad, and I made it even dumber, so it's okay. So paid for all the points. Seems to be decent. I'm not sure. I wonder if one of these guys is going to go war chest bankrupt after putting in a massive mech battle with like 36 mechs or whatever I've got. I don't even know how many mechs I've got now. Can't even think. But it's going to be pretty brutal, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Addison's really fired up about it. I did get some more trees, so I'll be making them. I got some more buildings, so I'll be making them. I'll come up with a map for the next battle, and we'll go for it. But first up, we're going to change gears and get back to historical warfare. I have been craving to play American Civil War. While I was painting those Prussians that I've shared on YouTube, I was also in the background working on Epic Union, the Warlord troops, and I was really planning on trying to get this fighting the Battle of Perryville on the date of the Perryville battle, which was in Kentucky in October. But I'm not going to make that deadline, so I was wishing I could have made it. But I think I'll have maybe Union troops ready for it, but I haven't even bought or started Confederate troops. So once again, another lofty goal. I do have a bunch of Union's battalions, infantry battalions done. I haven't bought any of the Zouave units. I haven't bought any cavalry yet. I don't have any skirmishers. I think I have 30-something battalions of infantry, or 30 regiments, excuse me. I forgot Civil War goes like that. But they're not quite done. But I still have to put the touches on them. I have like the pants and the shirts done, and I think I started a couple of muskets. If you ever get a chance to paint these Warlord Epic figures, they're pretty good. You can really crank out a lot of them compared to 28 millimeter. This is really the first foray I've done into anything besides a real quick jaunt into 6 millimeter that I haven't done outside of 28 millimeter. So that in itself has been a challenge for me to get in a massive painting groove. But I was going back and forth between these two projects, as well as doing terrain for BattleTech, and anything that I want to do in 13.5 or 12 millimeter, and then also painting these Epic Union troops. So if at some point I just because I love Napoleonics, I think I swung to that and I just hammered out those 6 Prussian battalions that I was simultaneously painting. On my table, I have a couple Russian battalions to paint. I'm going to get 3 of them done, and also I've got some cannons. I think I have 2 batteries for the Prussians and 1 more for the Austrian to work on. But I think I was talking about, before I got on this tangent, because I always will with Napoleonics, I was talking about ACW. So I wasn't able to get, well, there's no way I'm able to get this October goal done. I think if I hit the Powerball that was out there, that $1.9 billion, I would have bought Epic armies that were already painted. But that didn't happen. Shocker. So I do have some 28 millimeter Epic. I think I have 3 battalions, or 3 brigades, excuse me. It's a small force for each side, but I will be getting them on the tabletop. If none of you have ever listened to on YouTube, it's a documentary guy who does the moving maps, which I would love to learn how to do. I've kind of asked my buddy James, like, you can figure this out. I will be indebted to you forever. That would be a great, because he's really handy dandy with that. And if he figures that out, that'll be awesome. But if you get a chance to check out Warhawk, he does some great documentaries, very similar. I listen to him and the Epic TV and all the other big old historical channels that are out there. I'm sure there's more that I haven't even found yet. But Warhawk does a great job, and he was having one of his videos was covering Jackson's Valley campaign in 1862, Thomas Stonewall Jackson. And he was talking about the first Battle of Kirkland, which I was like, or Kernstown, excuse me, first Battle of Kernstown, which I was like, holy cow, I can actually play this battle. I've actually more troops than you actually need to play it. So I'm like, sweet. And it was actually kind of a tactical screw up. I don't want to go too much into it right now, but Stonewall Jackson got bad intel, and he thought he was attacking a smaller force, and he ended up attacking a force that was in a great position and was 3 times bigger than him. And that was like one of his only defeats. It was against General Kimball, I believe it was. He was actually a colonel then. He got promoted to brigadier general right after he beat Stonewall Jackson. And so I thought I would kind of refight that battle and then add in a little bit of a twist. It didn't happen. I was going to have one of General Ewell's brigades show up randomly at some point. I'll probably do one of those countdown things. Maybe starting on turn 4, you roll 1 die, and if you get a 6, they show up the next turn. If you get a 5 or 6 on the next turn, they come in the next turn. If then 4, it kind of goes down using Pickett's charge. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm hoping I can get the countdown correct, which is always a challenge, but it's always the randomness is kind of a fun part of it too. And then one of the Ewell's brigades will actually be a Louisiana brigade. I've got one of my favorite Confederate units, the Wheats Tigers. I painted them, so I thought I might as well put a spin on it and have them be the Louisiana brigade show up and reinforce Jackson at some point and actually make it a better fight. And of course, this is the Stonewall Brigade involved, so they'll be a little bit better than the Union troops. And even though they'll be outnumbered, I think by I didn't get the 3-to-1 thing, but they are outnumbered. I think they'll have 2 brigades versus the Union 1, and they'll have the Union will have more artillery, and also the Union will have the better ground. And I think I can, looking at the map that Warhawk used on his channel, I think I can recreate something that's halfway decent on my table downstairs, and then play that this weekend with my daughter. She's interested in doing some Civil War stuff, so that'll be cool. So anytime you get to play a game by David and Christopher Brown is a good time as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of which, there's been some great General d'Armée 2 or GDA 2 games of late. I mean, Little Wars TV did one where they actually had David and Christopher Brown. They actually did 2, excuse me. And then I think I saw a new guy. I'll try to put a tab on him. I think he's probably been playing it for a long time, but maybe newer to YouTube. I think it's Dicey Tactics. He's got a couple great games out there. And then, of course, some powerhouses, of course, of the community. Dom from Boots on the Table had a game of GDA with his buddies at their club. And then Alex, as he's from Storm of Steel, of course, is amazing. He's been cranking out epic Napoleonics from Warlord, and he does an awesome, I think he's done a kind of a, not an exact of Quatre Bras, but kind of based on that loosely, and he's got another fantastic GDA game. Any game is great as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, Scott has been playing GDA of late, but he's been going wild doing Midgard. And also, I think he's been working on his own set of rules for the English Civil War. I don't think he's going to put any videos out, but he's been trying out a rule set of his own design, probably based on a lot of other rule sets amalgamated together with a buddy of his. I say that lives close, but I think what is close in Australia is probably anything within an hour and a half. I don't like driving over 5 minutes, and just these guys seem to go, or many Australians seem to go drive a really, really long time to hang out, because I think it's just a huge country. So we've discussed Alpha Strike. I think there's a lot of pros to it, and I think if you're a purist classic guy or girl, maybe you won't like it. But I've only played classic, and I've always wanted to play bigger games. I tried Battle Force once a long time ago, and I did not. I found that a little bit lacking, so I apologize to anybody who's a big Battle Force fan. That's when you actually have one counter is equals to an entire lance. A little bit abstract there. I think it's the name of the rules. I played that in like 1988 or 9. I can't remember when that came out. Maybe it was earlier than that, maybe 87. And it was kind of, but maybe I could try that again. But Alpha Strike kind of hits that niche of, I can play a big game, and I can cover it. And I think I'm going to stick with it, and I'm enjoying it, and I think I'm going to start adding on some combined arms stuff. I'd like to get the tanks, the VTOLs, the aerospace fighters, the infantry, and just have a little bit of fun on a big table. And in the future, when I get my bigger table gun, I can even have even bigger battles. So that's kind of cool. We've also discussed the ACW and the Pickett's Charge, fighting the first battle of Kernstown. I think when I was listening to Warhawk's channel, he was talking about the Shenandoah Valley, and I guess the town at the northern end of the valley ended up being, there were so many battles there, and ended up changing sides or ownership like 30 or 40 times. The Union would win it, and the Confederates would go back in there, then the Union would whoop their butts and get back in there, and then it's back and forth and back. It must have been flattened, kind of like, I don't think it was going to be like anything like the first Succession War kind of flattened, but I feel bad for those people. They're like, oh, time to put the Union flag out today. Oh, nope, time to put the Confederate flag out. And let's change flags again. And that would be kind of suck, being occupied and unoccupied. And, I don't even know, we kind of lose track of whose side you're on. And it would get kind of confusing, just dodging bullets left and right. So looking forward to that Pickett's Charge game this weekend. And I do have, excuse me, I got them a while ago. I bought some pre-painted buildings off eBay. I can't remember who built them or who made them. The manufacturer was great price. When I figure that out, I'll share it. Probably when I do a video of the actual buildings, which I'm going to try to put together probably tomorrow. And I'm going to use them for the actual town of Kernstown. I think there's like 4 or 5 buildings came in a pack, and then I'll just use the church that Scott got me. Not Scott, excuse me, Tony. Tony bought for me, and have that in the village too, because on the map I saw there's a church there and then a couple buildings. So we'll put that and that'll be our Kernstown, and we'll get that set up and get fighting this weekend. Next up, I've got 2 different things I want to do for GDA, and I'm not sure about the second one, but something's going to happen. I'm not sure what it is. First up will be the one I'm definitely sure of. It'll be the continuing the Vittoria campaign, fighting La Hermandad or La Hermandad. I can't remember how it's pronounced in my Spanish. It's terrible. Muy triste. But going to have that battle. I'll probably blow up the order of battle a little bit. I was debating about making a core level game, but I think my idea number 2 is going to satiate that kind of desire that I've got. So I'm going to try to calm myself down. I will add a couple brigades on to the order of battle, changing a little bit. Will not use Spanish and Portuguese forces because I don't have them yet. Throw in other forces from different nations that I do, and give them similar stats to what David and Christopher Brown recommend, and fight that out to continue the Vittoria campaign. And that'll leave me, once I get that done, I think it's just one last battle, which is the final assault, which will be, that is a core level game in the some of the notes that David Brown wrote to converting that to GDA 2. Once again, those aren't mine to share, so I have a copy, that fortunately, but I can't. That's David and Christopher's thing to give to who they want, because they spend all the time doing that. But I will fight it out. And then the other GDA idea I have is pretty cool. I'm sure Scott's ready. I'm not quite ready to start our 1813 campaign yet. I literally want to make a campaign map, a big, almost Little Wars TV-like 4x6 map, and move flags on it and kind of have something that looks not as good as what they make, but something that's pretty cool. And I think making that will be a lot of fun. We'll see. I haven't even started yet, but I'd like to do that for the 1813 campaign. I have to talk to Scott too. And but I also might continue our What If 1815 campaign and transition to the defense of France, and allow myself to use some of these new Prussian, Russian, Austrian units that I'm working on. I've got the 6 more Prussian battalions done. I have maybe 20% of another one done. So I might finish that up. So then that'll get me to 11 Prussian infantry battalions, which the goal is to get to 20 at least, and then kind of reevaluate where I'm going here for the Russians, Austrians, and Prussians. And that will allow me to venture into David Brown's 1813 battles for Germany. And it'll also give me decent forces to fight with Scott when we do the our campaign. So that's kind of the goal. So then I'll get one more Prussian. I want to do 3 more Russian now, and then that was an aggressive now. Sorry about that. 3 more Russian to get me to 8. That'll give me 2 full brigades, which will be great. I'm gluing heads on today on some Austrian guys that are left over from Mike D gave me, so I can create another Grenadier battalion for the Austrians, and then that'll get one more for them. And I think I have enough to make another standard infantry battalion, so that'll be great. So I could add 2 more to them. I can't remember if I have 12, so that'll get me to 14 Austrian battalions, but don't hold my feet to the fire for that count. I can't remember exactly how many Austrian battalions I have. And I also, on my table, I have 2 Prussian artillery batteries, so that's 4 guns. And I have 1 more Austrian battery, so that'll get me, so it's 2 more Austrian guns, which will get me to 3 full Austrian batteries. So that'll get my Russo-Prussian Austrian forces to 5 batteries. So that's decent firepower there. That's 8 guns each in Scott's casualty counting thing. So that's 40 guns. That's not bad for a start. I've also glued together Austrian Cuirassier regiment. So that'll be nice to get them done. So that'll match along with my Austrian Dragoons I already have finished. And Mike D had in the stuff he sent me, there was 12 Russian Cossacks. So I think I'm going to go reach out to the Perry brothers and buy, because I have 16 man or horse cavalry regiments, and then get 4 more Russian Cossacks, and then have a Russian Cossack squadron as well. And along with the Prussian Dragoons I have, that'll get me to 4 Russo-Prusso-Austrian cavalry regiments. So that's a good start. I mean, this whole thing is I'm paying these myself. I'm chipping away at it, and I'm just slowly building these up as fast as I can, so we can get the 1830. Because Scott's he's got everything. So he's probably just waiting on me. So I need to. I'm trying to get there so I can get this going, because I really want to I want to get that. That was probably the highlight so far of my miniature wargaming. What would you say? Hobby was doing that joint campaign with him. That was such a blast, and I'm glad a lot of you enjoyed it. And I just want to make that and continue to do things like that and make them bigger and better and add more to it and make it more, I want to say spicy, but just more intriguing, and have that storyline in the background. I think it's kind of cool. And I love the what if scenarios. I really don't want to do a simulation. I like taking a real battle that happened and then refighting it, and to redo an entire campaign with just a little bit of fog of war, and then get community involved in it, have other people fighting along with us. That's awesome, in my opinion. So that's the goal. I will work on that map. I just need to get a piece of plywood and just some stuff, basically, to make terrain. Scott and I, when we were in Pennsylvania, we found a good map that covers the 1813 campaign, and then the stuff that the Little Wars TV shared from their 1813 campaign. Very useful, very awesome, and Scott is probably working on stuff too. I'd like to we'll have a chat as I get more stuff done, and we'll figure out how best to do all this and to keep track of everything. And hopefully bring you some very entertaining stuff that I hope some of you will also get involved in. What else? That might be it. I do want to apologize. I did get slowed down a little bit. I did step down from my kind of leadership role I was doing at the hospital. That was just getting a bit too much. And I don't think I was just, I was just ready to kind of get back into the bedside. I tried to work in the same department I was over, and they kind of got just a little bit uncomfortable, just because people that I'd hired and stuff like that. And I think if a new person came in, or when and if they hire a new person from my old spot, I might make it weird for them. So I've kind of pivoted, and it's a great thing about nursing. I've gone into the operating room theater, and it's just a whole different. It's a completely different style of nursing that is completely foreign to everything I've ever done before, but it's very interesting. It's something completely new. I'm really enjoying learning again, and I'm getting to interact with patients, and so and I was on night shift for a little while too. That was great for my intensive care unit that I used to work in, or used to be managed. Excuse me, but. Night shift was fun, and the people were great, but I just couldn't function with my family, and that's really, at the end of the day, it's making it to church, making it to the family, just doing all the good things and hanging out and watching these kids grow up and interact with them, and that's really, at the end of the day, it's all about them. And I felt like I was missing it when I was on night shift. I just couldn't wake up, or I was in a bad mood, and so this is like Monday through Friday, no holidays. It's perfect for what I want to do, and I hopefully can finish up the last 10 years of my nursing career just doing this. And that's it. So sorry, too much info, but that's basically it. And I think I'll just get more miniature wargaming time too. So I did get a lot of painting done on the night shift though, because I was awake, and that was about it. But it wasn't worth it in the end. So enough of that. Everyone's those are minor hurdles compared to a lot of things that other people are going through and what's going on in the world. So that was just a little update. And yeah, I just wanted to maximize my time with my family and other things that are important in my life, and then also maximize my time with miniature wargaming. So, because it's just an awesome hobby, and I really appreciate all of you being in it, and I love watching the material you guys put out, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. So, a couple things. So first, we got the Pickett's charge this weekend. Then as soon as I get done, I'm going to jump right into an Alpha Strike game. I'm going to finish up these buildings for the Pickett's charge, which will be my Kernstown. I'll finish up some trees that I'll use on Alpha Strike, and I've finished up those buildings for Alpha Strike, and then I will continue painting Russians and Austrians and Prussians, and we'll get right into Vittoria as soon as possible, into the Battle of La Hermidad, and then hopefully have a fantastic big old battle with Russo-Prussian Austrians. Either I don't think it'll be kicking off the 18th campaign. It's going to be my next big game like that is going to be Defense of France, continuing Scott and I's What If campaign, and just to get him on the table while I continue to get forces ready to match what Scott already has. If any of you guys have any ideas or anything, please let me know. I'm just painting my little heart out. If you watch the Plastic Crack podcast, I got a pair of glasses like Steve has. Those things work great. It's got a little light on the front and a little magnifying glass. Yeah, you look like a moron, but you don't, Steve. You look great. I do. And they just make painting a little bit easier. And I've also, I used to always paint in the basement here. My wife said, I kind of miss you not being up here and being more sociable with the family. So I said, heck, we've got an open room here to the front left of our house that we have to redo at some point, but right now it's kind of open. So I just put a table in there, and I've been painting in there. So if she needs anything or the kids want to need anything, I'm just sitting right there. Probably the air quality's better in there as well compared to the dusty basement. So yeah, it's win-win-win for me. So stand by for ACW Pickett's Charge action, followed immediately by Battle Number 2 as the Federated Commonwealth tries to steal, maybe not steal, but conquer the planet Arrakis in my Alpha Strike War of 3039 campaign using Chaos campaign rules. And after that, back to Vittoria in 1813. And then after that, back to 1815 and Napoleon defending France. Probably versus Marshal Gneisenau, I'm guessing. And I'll have to come up with a couple corps commanders and more brigade commanders as well. As I piece together stuff to continue that. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome, and I'm just pumped to get things done. And the best part of working on all this stuff is I'm just working towards Scott and I's restarting up our 1813 collaborative campaign that we'll be doing, and I'll be working on that map as well, and we'll figure it all out, and we'll just have a blast, and I hope you guys come along with us. So have a great week, and just let me know if I can do anything better, or you got any ideas, throw them at me. I'll be watching all your videos, keep putting them out, and you guys are fantastic, and just take care of yourselves. All right, we'll see you soon. Have a good one.